All right, 40K enthusiasts, we've got some incoming kill team from Games Workshop, and I'm a big fan of smaller skirmish warband type 40K encounters for a variety of reasons. The two main ones over the years I've enjoyed: the original kill team in, 40K 4th edition. I've enjoyed Necromunda in Quizamunda, and a little bit Combat Patrol. Remember that 1 HQ, 2 troops, and everything in between. Because in collecting 40K, you have all these models. And I'm a firm believer in exploring the different possibilities of your model collection. That's why I love regular 40K, whatever we want to call that. Kill team, skirmish games, playing Dark Heresy with the miniatures, exploring other RPG-type aspects, getting the most out of your collection. The other reason why I like smaller games of 40K, you go to the club every week, you get in a really big game, you have a great time, I want to win, but if I lose, depends on my opponent, now I got to hear about it all week. Or now I'm thinking about all week the replay and waiting to get my revenge next week. A smaller 40K game, I can get in 3, 4, 5 games into the mix. Or if we're compressed into a time constraint where, look, we've only got an hour to play. Well, we can fit 40K into that. It's one of the reasons why Space Hulk kind of also works when you're looking to get your 40K fix. So tactically, the first piece and perhaps the best piece of advice that I can give in a skirmish size or smaller type 40K encounter is every model that you lose is massive. 40K, regular 40K, right? We, at whatever level we're playing, a round of shooting, you lose what, 10, 15, 20 models? We were talking Tyranids last week, or the early beginning of this week, and losing, 30, 40, 50 Tyranids, space bugs. Okay, no big deal. I got more. We're going to get more. Kill team, you lose 2 or 3 units, 2 or 3 models, 2 or 3 elements out of 10. You're underwhelmed seriously. You are at a serious disadvantage. Every loss is huge. It draws a big comparison to, say, something like Battletech, where you have 4 units in your lance, maybe 2 tanks and a couple of stands of infantry. Every loss is massive. If we elevate that to campaign play, that's one of the other things that I really like that's manageable in a skirmishy game. It almost draws in. It almost demands it, drawing in that RPG feel where your war boss levels up, or your Chaos Lord, or your Chapter Master, and the Initiates and the Marines level up. It brings in different skills, different war gear. You get some credits or throne gelt, and you get to spend it on what you want, or teeth, or whatever it's going to be. A loss, a replacement is huge. So with that, the rules of engagement, I will not engage unless I am 3-1 minimum. So I operate in a group of 3. And if you run around the corner with 2 of your guys, then I'm looking and saying I have to get 6 on my team piled up. Can I engage? That's from shooting. The assault is a little bit different. The assault, I will try to run in and get you on that with war gear or initiative. But shooting, even if I have a very good weapon with a higher strength or something that can bypass your armor with the AP, I still have to hit. In a lot of skirmish systems, you're not instantly killed. You might be knocked down, you might be dazed, or you might outright be killed. I have to make sure that I put that model down. So it's 3-1. Will I go 2-1? Maybe, but never 1-1. And 1-1 is how most of 40K is played with. Rather than 1 unit, it's an element, right? I roll up, get out of my vehicle, I've got my Guardians, I've got my Space Marines, my TAC squad, I'm going to shoot into you. If I don't take you out, okay, I'll take some return fire, I'll take some losses, but if I get the jump on you, we're in a good place for that. Skirmish, kill team, Inquisimunda type, I have 1 model, I shoot at you, that's 1 dice roll. If you're barking off an auto gun and you miss, you're going to shoot back. Being a D6 base system of 40K, because it's still 40K, that's swingy. On average, I'll roll a 3 or 4. If I roll hot, that's great. If I don't, then it really punishes me. I need to front load those dice. I need to make sure I'm engaging in there. And then I need to target you. One of the other things that sounds good for a skirmish type engagement, but just doesn't really work. Snipers or permanent emplacements. Think about a heavy bolter devastator up in a tower. Seems really good, right? Field of fire, a lot to see, a lot to shoot at, swing around, engage multiple targets. Heavy bolter, depending on the iteration of the system, is going to put out 3 dice. Maybe with sustaining fire dice, you get a 6, you roll another 6, going back to the Rogue Trader days on there. In normal 40K, that works. Just add a whole bunch of other devastators, right? Take your long fangs, take your devastators, park them on a hill, and the entire game, it's just target-rich environment. They're going to be raining pain down on stuff until the devastators are taken out, or the long fangs, or the Imperial Guard team. Skirmish, the terrain is a lot denser. The models move independently. It's run and gun. I mean, you are running around. It's going to be very, very hard, or harder than you think, to employ a specialist weapon in a sniper role, or taking a ranger, right? Eldar, sniper gun on there. Again, seems really good. Maybe you get a great position, but that model is going to be subject to having very little to shoot at. Or since it can only activate on its turn, you're up there in that tower. I'm going to take 4 or 5 guys. I'm going to come around the corner, and I'm going to hit you with that dice, and I'm going to take you out. So all of my kill teams, they tend to be fast, nimble, agile, and hostile. That's kind of the formula on there. Moving, going cover to cover, able to kind of move up, and then if I have to move back, I'll move everything back. That, in my opinion, is the first place to start with the numbers and how you build out your kill team.